So as the last question of this small interview, that I think that most people, if they want to know more, they can just follow you on LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook. You are always sharing information, and it's really interesting to connect with you. I just want to know what piece of information that you think that is really, really important for someone that is starting in this market or wants to explore a little bit more, besides your courses, because you already have a 30-day course that will help people develop a growth mindset and also lead them towards these principles. And if you want, you can also give us a quick intro on that. I would like also, what is the piece of device that we'll consider that is the most important for newcomers?
Yeah, so yeah, as you said, like on my side, you can get like the Growth Lever cheat sheet, which is like a 30-page ebook, and we have like a 30-day challenge with a lot of information that I believe that if you go through that thoroughly, like you can really up level your brain and you will never look at growth in the same way as before, and it can really leverage your growth in the companies you're either going to start or you're going to work for. If I would start out, I'm a big fan of the book Start from Zero from Dane Maxwell, which really explains really well on how to start a company and really the essence of business. And I think a lot of people in growth forget that essence of business, that people just want to have a pain and they want to get a certain result, and they use you or your company to get there. And a lot of companies are not able to articulate like who is that problem, who is that person, which problem do they have, which results do they want to have, what's the entry point when we come in, what's the exit point where our mechanism is not needed anymore. So getting back to the basics, it's like fitness. Like there are a couple of big movements that you need to do, and if you really master those, you can really come a long way. So like start applying those principles and just do it. And once you're doing it, like figure out what the patterns are. So for example, I'm now running a campaign where I try to interview people. And a very simple example, but I sent a LinkedIn invite to somebody. They didn't accept my LinkedIn invite, but I saw that they downloaded my ebook. And 1 hour later, he accepted my invitation and he basically wanted to follow up with me because he had read my ebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed the pattern that probably if I include a link to the ebook, once I do the outreach, that will make my
Conversion rate.
my conversion rate go up. And it's just like an endless one, but it's a pattern. And then you see a pattern, you really try to validate it, optimize, and based on that, really iterate your learning. And because I think in that way, in a very short amount of time, I can build up a structure where I know that it works, and I also know why it works. And I think building that brain, that can really help a lot of people to do that, especially if you do that early on in your career.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chris. So everyone wants to know more, just follow Chris on LinkedIn, Facebook, and go to his website. You can learn a lot with him. And thank you so much once again for this interview, Chris.
You're welcome. Thank